I got my coat on backwards for a reason because I don't want nobody seeing me in my uniform because at the end of the day, I represent me. I speak for me, and that's that. I don't need to be associated on my social media with anything but me, my name, and my brand because ain't nobody else paying me to represent them, to be tied to them. And I don't have time for no corporations trying to be in my business telling me what I can do and say on my spaces. So there's all that. And you know how people like to get in their feels when they don't like what you have to say and they try to get you hemmed up too. So there's also that. So yeah, I'm covered up for all those reasons. I don't want there to be any misunderstandings when I'm talking about things. Yes, I am a flight attendant, and I speak for myself as a flight attendant, as a mompreneur. I do not, I repeat, I do not speak for or represent any airline. I work there. That's it. That's it. That's where that line of demarcation is gonna be. So. So while I am not being paid right now, and I'm on my time, um, I wanted to come online and share a little bit of that time with you. Say hello, what's up? You guys like my nails? These are my Black History Month nails. My daughter, my baby girl, my 11-year-old Madison, she did this. Isn't this amazing? That's the Cameroon flag. She is doing amazing. She is teaching herself. And she set up her own nail studio and she is doing phenomenal. 11 years old, you guys, doing it. My baby is doing it. She is such a great artist. And, she has a TikTok for her nail art as well. Of course, I manage it. It is called Nails by Mads, and by is spelled B-Y-E because, you know, when your nails be cute, you be running away. Bye, bye. So Nails by Mads, B-Y-E, Mads, M-A-D-S, I believe. So, you people that are safe to do so, you can check out her art and encourage her and, like and things like that. If you don't need to bother her, then don't bother her. Okay. But, you girlies, you know who you are, that I'm fine with that. You know who you are and that I'm fine with you to go do that. And like I said, I am on her TikTok. Her TikTok is mine. So, there's that. So, speaking of my baby girl, she said to me a couple days ago, that she started to feel some anxiety and she went to go talk to the nurse because she felt like she was having some anxiety, when I was on duty recently, and she was just really upset and scared because of what's been happening. And she was afraid that, what if mommy doesn't come home? And so, hey, Jasmine, tell me if you can hear me okay while I'm talking to, because I need somebody to give me some feedback and make sure that I can be heard okay. But that's a really serious conversation to have, of course, with anyone, and especially with your child. And it's something else because what can you say in those moments? Of course, we shared a lot of hugs. And I tried to reassure her and remind her of the facts. And the facts are, yes, there are some really unsafe and really tragic things happening right now in the world of aviation. And the facts are that, yes, it's because of Felon number 47. It's definitely made things unsafe. Around here beating his chest like the troglodyte that he is, trying to control and change and ruin everything. The thing about narcissists is they literally ruin everything they touch. And so he did put his hands in the aviation industry, and there have been some grave consequences to him and First Lady Musk's actions. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. My daughter's right to feel some anxiety about that and to, be upset and be concerned. Is my mommy going to come home safe? So, I hugged her and, Yes, he is an arrogant and narcissistic idiot and a failure at that. A failure. And you know what? In this country, I mean, hell, it's always been like that. The least educated. As long as you got the complexion for the protection, you can be anything, right? So I said, let's look at the facts first of all. And I validated her feelings and I told her, you know what, I feel the same way. I didn't go through all this training and go through everything uh, to feel dread and to feel anxiety when I get in uniform now and to like literally have to face my mortality even more and wonder, is my flight going to be the next one? He doesn't care about anyone and will continue to act as such. Yet folks still voted for him thinking they would escape his BS. They're currently FAFA. Yes, they are. The lepers are feasting, honey. They are FAFO. And the 92%, we are over here drinking our Dunkin' and just resting and staying out the way. That's all I'm trying to do. The 92%, we trying to stay out the way. Because we told y'all. We all have to FO with them. I didn't FA. I did my part. Right. I did. Right. We did our part. The 92%, we did our part. And we did. And we also told y'all, like we always do. So I'm hugging her and I'm saying, one thing that I try to remind myself and I try to remind my daughter is that the facts are you're still safer in the air than you are on the grounds. By the numbers, there's many more accidents on the ground than there are in the sky. That doesn't take away the fact that it seems like there's being more accidents lately in the sky. Um, and, we had to have that conversation about how, no matter what job or no matter what career mommy's in, there are going to be risks. Right now, it appears that there's a heightened risk for this. There's not a whole lot, that we can do about it besides, I can try to stay as situationally as aware as I can, also listen to my gut as much, pray more, um, and cherish, the time that we do have together. And also work on a peace out protocol. I'm going to leave that right there. As in not peace out from this world. But something, the peace out protocol from this world, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea as well. Not saying that I plan on leaving this world and leaving this life, but also kind of doing that personal inventory of, if it's my time, have I done all that I can? Have I loved my children as much as I possibly can? Have I treated each day and each moment with them like it's the last? Have I poured into them and given them as much as I can and prepared them as much as I possibly can, for this world? Those are the things that right now I feel like I'm being forced to kind of, think about because it is an increased risk because of felon number 47. There are other risks as well. When people are being kicked out the country and they're on flights, who do you think are going to be working them flights? We're also being put in that position as flight attendants. We're being put into several positions that are completely unfair. First of all, the position of every time we suit up, having to lean further into our faith, if we have faith in anything, because of the fear, because of the real things that are happening. And there are too many flight attendants right now that are having to take their final flight. And that's not fair. That is not what we signed up for. When tragedy happens, that's unavoidable, that's different. These things are avoidable that are happening. The other thing is, that's a real thing that flight attendants are having to deal with. That's not fair that we didn't sign up for, is being put in a position to where our morals and our religious values and our values are being challenged. Because if someone's being kicked out the country, it could happen on our flight. We could be forced to participate in such an evil act as in telling someone that they don't belong somewhere and forcing them out. These are things that our unions are having to email us about, and these are things that we have to think about. If I'm the purser on a flight and I get handed papers and I'm working a flight and I am participating in kicking somebody out of this country that don't belong to none of us, and for sure don't belong to the people who are making these decisions. How dare they? As if they have the right. These are things when you go to work. You don't think and you don't think and you don't expect that your job is shaking you to your core, and your job is messing with you on this level. um, right now, this is evil's time to shine, and this is hatred's time to shine, and it's impacting everyone. I didn't vote for this mess. I didn't sign up for this. Another thing, that we're having to read emails about and make decisions on of how we're going to respond and how we're going to deal. My colleagues who may not identify in the straight one or two boxes or check the one or two boxes that I grew up seeing, and that may identify outside of what the evil dominant society says is right and straight. There's an executive order that has went out telling companies and telling organizations that they are not to be recognized. And mind you, all this happening, yes, Jasmine, in the name of God. In the name of which God, though? Not in the name of the God that, not in the name of the God that, not the God that I serve, not the God that I recognize, not the God that created this. Because God, in the name of the Bible, that I don't think they read, because the Bible mandates these so-called Christians to love the least of these, to love your neighbor, to love the alien, and to care for and to take care of and to provide shelter, to provide asylum, to also provide charity. But that's something else, that when we put this uniform on, that we have to think about as well. That people who, oh wow, this bird, hi, this bird coming over here saying, preach, sister, preach. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's getting closer and it's just squawking away. I'm not going to flip the camera because I'm trying to protect myself and my surroundings and everything else. So if you can hear the bird, it's not a little bird either. Oh my God. But that's something else, the people that I work with. And this is an industry that has historically been run by a safe place for full of people who don't check your little so-called straight A or B box. So there's an executive order that says that a lot of the people that I work with and fly with are not to be recognized for who they are.
Hey ladies, I'm here to introduce you to legal empowerment through Legal Shield and ID Shield. Did you know that with your membership, you get a free will and estate plan? That's right. Protect your future with legal protection at your fingertips. Whether you need a lawyer, want to protect your identity, or just want peace of mind, Legal Shield has you covered. As Black women, we know the importance of protecting ourselves and our families, and having the right legal support is essential. And it's not just about protection. Legal empowerment is also a great opportunity to build additional income. I'm looking for ambitious women to join Ladies of Justice, a community of powerful women making a difference. Join today and take control of your future. Contact me now and let's make sure you're covered, legally and financially.
Growing up, I knew that as a Black person and as a Black woman, that this world was not kind to me. And that's something I had to learn at a really early age. Like little kid on the monkey bars and some little white boy walks up to me and called me the N-word just for no reason at all. Because that's what he already learned in his house. Now, I must say, all the boys around me with my skin color, honey, they was hopping off them monkey cars and whooping that. But I knew that this was not a nice, kind world for me. But I'm 41 years old, and I really thought for a moment until this past November, and a lot of us probably thought and hoped and maybe thought even a little complacent that we have come such a long way. One good thing about what's happening right now is that the wake-up call is here. If that same hatred That same bias, that same evil that has been here is still here. Because it keeps breeding and multiplying and getting passed down for the next and next and next generation. It doesn't die. They're like roaches. They don't die in this way. I don't know what the answer is. I know what they're doing to affect this industry and what they're doing to affect. I didn't ask for this map. This is hard. Really hard. These are conversations that I shouldn't. My 11-year-old should not have to be grappling with. She should have to go to school. I want to go talk to her nurse or her counselor because she's scared of what's going to happen to mommy when she goes to work. I don't know what else to say. I guess I came on here mostly just to share that for now. What a time that we're living in. I guess that's it for now. Again, I guess all I can say is, yeah. Every time I fly, I know right now I'm being forced to kind of lean into my faith even more, be even more situationally aware, try to already know what I am going to say and what I'm going to do and what my response is if I am put in a position to where I am being forced to actively participate in anything that is just evil. Um, as a part of my job. Aside from that, aside from that, I'm just trying my best to stay out the way. Trying to stay at peace. Trying to control everything that I can. And, trying to do everything I can to get me and my kids up out of the way of all of this mess because I do not believe it's going to get better. I believe it's going to be worse. Everybody wanted to laugh and joke about all the things that are being said. Everybody wanted to laugh and joke about Project 2025 and act like it's just some fake manifesto. Oh, it's just some dumb diary. It's not going to come to pass. And that is the way that evil gets to prevail. Put it in a book, write it down, say it in front of your face, make it seem so bombastic, the word, make it seem so extraordinarily just out of this world that people won't believe it. And that's how it gets to slap many people in the face. I can't stand dealing with people who are not woke. I cannot stand dealing with people who don't take things seriously and who don't prepare and who don't think fat meat is greasy. That's why I got out the last relationship. And I was happy when he moved out because I had to deal with it. That affected me. That affected me in my life. Being connected to someone who didn't think fat meat was greasy, who didn't want to take nothing seriously, who didn't want to be responsible and really look at what's happening and do everything possible to affect the outcomes of your life in a way that is good for you and the people around you. It's like, damn, I'm in a messed up relationship with a bunch of Americans who just don't give a crap. I done left one to be in another one. Having to be affected by a bunch of fool's choices. That's frustrating. All right. I got some time to just rest for a moment. So that's what I'm going to do. Bye-bye.
Y'all, I'm officially a YouTube partner and I just launched memberships. Join my community for exclusive perks like behind the scenes content, custom badges, and shoutouts. Hit that join button and let's level up together because we're just getting started, baby.